laptop's too full. So yeah, we are on a day 12 now. So getting closer to the big weekend. But I've said to a few of you today, don't stop, keep going, because you've got the whole December and beyond, haven't you? And you've come so far. So don't throw the towel in if you think, oh, I'm going to miss Black Friday, because actually, is this really all about Black Friday? Yes, we want to achieve that, but we've got December. December, I think someone said it was 5 weeks now to Christmas. Might be 4.5 now.
4.5.
I think that was Monday. So still really high sales periods of time. So don't get defeated if you're feeling like you may not possibly hit Black Friday, if that makes sense. So I know also there's been a lot of DMs that I noticed from people in this group, and I haven't had a chance to get back to everybody today because I'm getting really busy as well. But of course, we've got this. I just thought I've got this call, so we'll see how. I will check them afterwards in case there's anything that we've not missed through. So I just thought this is an opportunity to kind of go through anything, because I saw some posts in the group as well about listings, shipment labels, I think. So if anybody wants to maybe share a listing and maybe share the shipping label, and then I think it's images, isn't it, really, that people are focused on. So maybe let me know in the chat box if anybody wants to volunteer looking at their listing, because I think there was a few of you doing variation listings that are getting a bit stuck on the Ginton exemption, and anybody that's wanting to look through shipping. So Leslie will have a look at your shipping label, and Lisa, I think Lisa was yours, the colour variations.
Yes, I have a listing now which is live, or it's showing on Amazon, but it's only, I can't, it's just like it's the one product. For me to add the variations on, it was asking me for product ID, but I had clicked that I didn't have a product ID.
So
I don't know.
It's variation listings are a pain in the backside, I've got to admit, because they never fully work as Amazon say they're going to work. Because I think earlier on in the week I talked about parent and children, and sometimes when you create the parent, the children don't always update. So I have to go in manually and update them all, even though in theory what should happen is everything you put in the parent goes through to the children. And what I mean by that, if anyone missed that before, is that if you're doing a listing that's got a red, a blue, and a black, different colour, you might have more variations than that. Then, in theory, if you put everything in the parent, which is like the umbrella listing, it should all go through to the others. But I find myself manually updating it. What I was going to do is see if, just double check what you've put on the main page. If it won't let you proceed, and I presume it won't let you save if you've not put anything in the product ID, so on the variations.
Yeah, it was asking on the first page, the description page, you either had to click that it didn't have a variation, and then it allowed you to tick that you didn't have a product ID. But when you tick that you did have a variation, the box for the product ID, it just disappeared. So when you went then to the variations tab, it was saying that you needed to have your 3 product IDs for the 3 colors, which I didn't have.
So I just want to see, did you try putting in the only other way around it is a product upload, which is basically an Excel spreadsheet that looks quite scary, and it's something I only share with people like as an advanced thing, really. And it's not, I didn't think we'd be doing upload on this 18 days. And it's when something won't update on your listing and there's an error. And it's really for people who, like, I'm working with a company at the moment that got 58 products that they just want us to put onto Amazon. And so a lot of them within those 58 have loads of different sizes as well. So altogether there's over 300 different products within that. So we upload it as a spreadsheet, because can you imagine it takes so long to do 300 listings. So it's a spreadsheet where if you're happy to wait to the end what we can do is you can screen share. We'll see if we can kind of blag that box so it helps us save it. Because what you can do is if it allows you to save it, you can go back in and put the ASIN in, but you can't get the ASIN until you save it, because the ASIN is a unique code that Amazon gives you for your product. But if you haven't created the product, it's not going to give you an ASIN, and you can't just put any ASIN in there. So
well, I do have the ASIN now that the product that it has saved, you see, but now because I've said there's no I can't go back and add the variations. That's the problem.
So that's why I'm saying by the product upload, you'd be able to upload and say it's got variations, and then put that there's Ginton exemption, you've got no product ID. That's the only way I think you're going to be able to do it.
Either that or just do 3 separate listings. I just want to get them away because they're ready to go. We just need these barcodes.
Or you could do 3 separate listings.
Yeah.
But I can, if you're happy to hang on, I can show you if you want to try and attempt to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's okay. That's great. Thank you.
Because the benefit of doing it in a variation listing is, of course, it's all in one. You only have to get one set of reviews. Remind me of what products. I keep forgetting what everybody's doing now.
Mine's is it's 6 luxury crackers, a table runner, and napkins.
So it is a seasonal product in some respects. Because like really, for speed, maybe it is better to just do them separately. But because I'm just thinking, you may do it next year, or you could. Because I'm just thinking, like, obviously, the benefit of having it all on one list is you only have to get one set of reviews, and you want to build your reviews long term.
Well, that's it. I only have 10 of each colour, so
you're not going to be doing that, are you?
I know.
So I can show you anyway, and then at least you've got the choice how to do it, and then it's something that you've learned for next time if you want to do variations as well. So
great.
Like I said, you know what to do. Alternatively, you can just create them one by one. But well done for getting one listing done. That's an achievement.
I had to keep coming back and going away because I was cracking up at it, and I put a bit of time between me and this, and I was going and wrapping products and stuff.
Yeah. And the thing is, the Amazon platform isn't easy. And I think I've said it a few times, I do have that love-hate relationship with Amazon, because even just in the 10 years that I've been using it, it's not really adapted and changed. When you think we've got ChatGPT now, it's so clunky, and you'd think that it would, seeing as it's the biggest marketplace, that there would be some kind of improvements. They've done obviously improvements for the sellers, but as regards to Seller Central itself, the back office, it ain't easy. So well done, because in the space of a week, you've got a listing up, and I think that's bloody amazing. When I've worked with other people, it's taken them quite a few months to get to that point. So
the other thing I wanted to ask, just with regards using the I'd used the Jungle Scout listing builder to prepare the product plan, which was easy enough to copy and paste over. But on the Jungle Scout, there was a bit about the back end down at the bottom where you could fill out, and it was filling out all the keywords and extra keywords.
Yeah,
so brought up the score. But so there was nowhere in my listing today when I was doing it that was able to include that back end. I didn't know where to put that.
Is there not a tab anywhere that says search terms?
Not that I noticed, but maybe I just missed it. I'll have a wee look.
It is, again, I've said this as well, like it's like Dimple is part of my coaching program, and yesterday we're looking at her listing, and you know how yours had the bullet points and then the description, and they had that update. Well, Dimple's hasn't. It's got the key product features, which we're always used to. So it's like different categories. They're changing different categories of the format of listings, and it's not consistent. It's a bit annoying. So I know yesterday we did put all your search terms in, didn't we? Or I showed you where to put them. I think it was that first box on that description tab.
Yeah. When it says add more, that one, yeah.
Yeah. But I know from looking at Leslie's, was it Sunday or Monday? I can't remember all these days merging into one now. But when we looked, you definitely had you had description that you could keep adding more, and then you had bullet points, which is different, and it just obviously depends on the category. So if you want to quickly share now, we'll have a look and I can show you where the search terms is, because it will be there somewhere.
Okay, how do I share screen? I think mine's was the same as Dimple's. Mine's you were able to put in the product description and then keep adding the bullet points.
Yeah, in Dimples it's create product features, which it's always been. So it's like new categories. They're updating them to how it's on yours, Lisa. So
yeah, maybe there just is no room for the back end then.
So let's just.
I don't know. It's just I know the back end I was able to dump all my keywords in, and it did bring up the score.
There should be a place for it. So let's see if we can find it. So if you just click on that edit on the right hand side. So put on the left hand side, you see it's got attributes. Go on to all attributes. Right, go to product details.
So it's that top one, isn't it? Search terms.
There you go. It's that one, that first one.
Oh, so that's where, right. I didn't even see that the last time.
So what is interesting? What is interesting? Unless it was Leslie that we were looking at. I'm getting all the L's confused in this group. There's two Lisas, there's Leslie, there's Lorraine. But there was somebody yesterday where on this screen it had product description, but it looked like the key product features where you kept adding more. And then underneath product features, it had bullet points.
Yeah.
Was it you, Leslie? Yeah.
That's what mine still looks like when I.
So this is what I'm saying. Different. What's your category again?
It's under home and kitchen, and then storage, and then Christmas decor storage.
It might be just because some categories where they think, well, there's going to be more sizes and features of the product, because like home and kitchen, you can have different size jars or storage containers or bedding. Then they're doing the bullet points because that's going to be the first thing that people see. It's just it is bizarre, and Amazon constantly change these kind of things. And so what we want to do is when we're doing our basic listing, we were talking about this with Gail, weren't we, yesterday? You can just click on that required,
right? Yeah,
to get the things that are starred. But what you want to do when you want to do your full listing, when you get your images in, is go to all attributes. Because if you miss that search terms, the product's not going to launch as well as it should do. So that search term box, which isn't starred because it's not a compulsory bit to put in there, is all the search terms you're going to put in.
Okay.
But you don't have to fill everything in. Do you know what I mean? So there'll be some things that they're asking you, like sometimes they might ask you about batteries and voltage and all of this stuff that you're like, well, it's not, it's crackers. There's no battery in it.
I know.
Again, it is so clunky on the back end that you don't need all this kind of stuff.
I'd say in there, that's not part of a variation, but I needed to. We'll come back to that.
If you click more info, you can basically. I say to people, if you can create a variation from day one, it's easy. I think Gail, you said you might, because in the future you might do different ones. But you basically, if you don't do the variation from day one, you have to do it by product upload, which is what I was going to say to you. And actually, if you quickly share your screen, what I do is show you the product upload. And it's this huge, scary Excel document that when you see it, you'll be like, oh my God. But you can start having a look at it and then we can come back to it at the end. So if you save and finish or cancel, because I don't think you put anything in, did you? And go back to your inventory page.
I'll go back.
Yeah, just come out of that screen. Just cancel at the bottom is probably the easiest way.
Oh,
I've got too many tabs open. I think this should be it now. No, too many screens open.
Don't worry, just go into.
There we go.
So here, can you? If you go to add a product,
Here?
actually you can go there, yeah. I was thinking the other place on there, but
Oh, this one. Yeah.
so I'm uploading a file to add multiple products. And basically you would go to get product template on update product details. Click on the word product template in that second line. And then just follow the steps. So it will ask you to click UK, then it's going to ask you what category.
Sorry, say that again.
If you click UK, and then it's going to ask
UK.
and then it's going to ask you what category, and it's going to give you the right template. So you follow the steps, have a play around with this. So basically what you want to do is get it, whatever category you're putting the crackers in, you find the categories like you did before. If you scroll down into that bit,
Yeah.
and it's going to give you at the end of it, it'll give you an Excel spreadsheet. And it's got about 5 pages on this Excel spreadsheet with different tabs. And on the first one, it gives you instructions of what to do. And basically what it is whereas you're listing, you're answering all these questions in different boxes. This is a spreadsheet that all the titles of those questions. So at the top, it'll have like brand name, product ID, item name, product description, key product features. And there'll be different. When you open it, you'll see the instructions, but we'll come back to it at the end. Just have a little look at it. Because I want to see if it allows you to update. So what you would do is fill it in with that product that you've already got with the ASIN, that you've got the single product, and you would be asking to make it a variation with Jinton exemption. So just see if you can have a look at it, get the template, have a look at it, but we'll come back to it at the end. You might actually work it out by the instructions on the front of the spreadsheet, just to save time. And then the table, and I'll come back to you. If you make a mistake and download the wrong one, it really doesn't matter. It's just a template. You can go back and find another one, or just wait for me to come back to you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
No worries. So any other questions on listings before we move on to Leslie's shipping label?
yeah, can I just have 3 questions?
Yeah,
sorry. So it's manufacturer part number, the unit count and unit count type. So is the unit count, because I'm doing a bundle, is that just like 1?
Unit count is 1, yeah.
Yeah. And the unit count type?
It should have a drop down box and tell you what it is. Or give you some options.
Bear with me.
Lisa, you can stop sharing when you're ready as well. Because we're all following what you're doing with your template.
Let's have a look. The unit count says, oh, it's the weight. So it's either grams or meters dimension. So it's just, is that, can you hear me?
Yeah, what is it again? Remind me. It's your bath
It's the-
accessories, isn't it?
It's the exfoliator bundle.
What category have you put it under?
It's come under, I put bathing, but it's still, how can I go back? Can I go back? Beauty, it's come up to beauty.
Yeah,
It's got,
it's interesting that you've been able to sell beauty. It kind of giving me anxiety that suddenly you might get your listing up and then it may then say you've got to ask for permission. But
mind you, there is a lot, there's like a padlock on the right hand side. Does that mean it's a no-no?
yeah,
Oh, it does. Right.
actually, it depends. If you've managed to, no, if you've already chosen the category, it padlocks. So if you've got
Oh, right.
one category and then the subcategory.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I've got, it's beauty, then it's got beauty, bath, body, bathing accessories, bathing accessories.
it might be okay because it knows that you're not going to be doing any liquids in there.
Yeah.
So this is why the unit and the gram and all that, it's not appropriate. It's not one that you can say not applicable.
No, because it's got stars, so it means that I've got to like fill that out.
But you know the drop down options, what are
I
they?
haven't got any drop down on that. It's just there's no drop down at all.
So just put one in it. See what happens if you put one in it.
I put one in there, it's taken it. Manufacturer part number. You just said make one up, didn't you?
Yeah. So if I am getting something from the manufacturer, like in China, and there is a part number, I'll put it in. If not, I'll just put 01 or 001.
So what do I put down for manufacturer? Because it's asked me to put something in.
Just put generic.
All right, okay.
So anything for the brand names or anything like that, just put generic.
Right. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
No worries. Anybody
I'll have some more questions tomorrow.
anybody else on listings before we go on to?
I've got a quick one on listing, please,
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
I have, so I've, it's a bit strange because firstly, jewelry wasn't gated as far as I can see. Can I just show you? I've put it through.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just on one screen, so I need to toggle. Where's the scene gone? Go, share screen. Oh, goodness me, what do I do? Screen, okay. So I think I've put it, so I put the wreaths through, these were the M&S ones.
Yeah.
And then this is the charm bracelet and the earrings. Does that look right? I mean, I shouldn't have been able to even get to this stage, right?
It says search press, so go to edit.
Okay, sorry, I have to move the people out of the way. Yeah, let's go for this
one. One thing when you're worried whether it's going to accept it or not is the final proof is if it allows you to send it into Amazon.
Right, okay. So shall I just click on edit?
Yeah, click edit because it says search press, so it says there's something wrong.
Oh, great.
It's just the images, it's fine.
Okay. But then I don't need to worry about those M&S earrings, do I?
Just go on the images a minute.
I haven't done any yet.
Oh, that's why then, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done that. Okay, fine. So hopefully that's straightforward, but that's weird that it's not.
One way to test is just to try and do a shipping label because you can delete it. So just do a shipping label and see if it asks you for anything. It might take you to a hazmat, which is basically a safety and compliance thing, which might ask you about the quality of the, of the product. So I would go to inventory and then just try and see if it allows you to do a shipping label. You can delete the shipping label afterwards or just save it as a draft. So send and replenish inventory. So you're going to have to create a packing template and everything. So just try and have a bit of a play around with it. I can come back to you.
Okay.
You're going to have to just sort of make up some weights because you're not actually going to be sent. You know, you can delete this afterwards. Don't worry.
Okay.
But just see if it lets you get to the point where you get the labels.
Okay.
And at that point, you can just delete the whole thing. Can you see where it says delete workflow there at the bottom?
Yeah. So I just go through all of these steps here.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Just see if it comes up with any warnings. It is interesting. It might be.
It's not gated, right? Or am I going mad?
The thing is, it is meant to be gated, but I've had it where I've managed to put a listing up and then the next morning it's asking me to apply. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like Amazon might be giving you a false sense of security.
So maybe I just go do the wreath, the M&S wreath earrings first then.
Just be prepared, and obviously they're just going to want to see invoices of where you bought it from. It might be that I think they're getting quite savvy with keywords now. So if they notice, because like things like, is it insect repellent? What is the word for, you know, like a mosquito? There's a word that gives within mosquitoes and insect repellent that. Pesticides, yeah, the word pesticide. If you're doing a product like that, you put pesticides, then you go into this whole medical safety data, all this kind of stuff. There's certain keywords that you can put in, and it triggers something in Amazon. Now it might be if you're saying 24 karat gold, they're going to ask you to prove it. Whereas on your title, it looked like it was sort of charms and bracelets, which they know. Low, you're not, you know what I mean, you're not going on there saying 24 karat gold and it's just painted from China, basically.
Yeah.
So it might be some of the keywords and you might be okay, we'll see. But yeah, just be prepared that they might ask you at some point, but it's quite good that they haven't so far, so that's good. So we'll do Leslie's shipping labels. Anybody else got any questions about listings? Because I'm sure there was people asking about different variations and things.
Sorry, can I just ask, it's got your price, so is that the price I'm selling it, my product as?
So you've got your price and the sale price. You don't have to put a sale price on, but I do. I put a sale price on here.
Yeah, on this one, I've just got your price. It doesn't give me a sale price, just says your price. So that's just what.
Have a look on the left-hand side that you're on all attributes.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I was on recommended.
Yeah, so it should pop up now. So Lee's saying, got my basic listing done. Well done.
Oh yeah, your price. So that's what I'm selling, and then sale price. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned that yesterday, didn't you? Yeah. And fulfillment. So is Amazon will fulfilled by Amazon?
Yeah.
Or,
fulfilled by Amazon because you send it to Amazon.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
No worries. So Lisa's got a basic listing done. Barcode's ready to print. Well done. Waiting on printing label tomorrow. Arrival tomorrow. Just needs to do shipping label. Complete full listing. So if we go on to Leslie's shipping label now, it might help you, Lisa. So if you started your shipping label, if you haven't, all of this is recorded anyway. But I think sometimes we go through it as an example live. It sort of helps you. So Leslie, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah. Okay. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my listing that's up at the moment. Just before we do the shipping label, could I just check the pricing? Because I'm not I was going to offer it for £7.49, and then I changed it to £9.99 with a sale price of £7.49, so it looked like it was on sale.
Yeah.
But in this box here, it's saying £9.99.
Yeah, it always shows your price on there because it sees that the sale price is a temporary price, whereas actually I have my sale price on all year. So it always shows in that box what your price is, not the sale.
Okay.
So those fees that are there, the FBA fee, and stuff will be based on that £9.99. So it'll actually be less on the £7.49.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What are the others? What are they, have you seen anyone selling these already? What are the others selling them for?
They vary. Some are as cheap as £5.99, but they're different to mine, and some are as much as £8.99. Maybe even a little bit more.
The
So
ones
I'm
that,
kind of in the middle.
yeah, what the £5.99? What's different about them? Is yours bigger?
Mine's quite big. It's 40 centimeters. There doesn't seem to be sort of any rhyme or reason to it, to be honest.
Okay.
It's just, there's such a wide range that I just sort of tried to pitch myself just sort of north of the middle.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
I mean,
Alright. So have you started your shipping label, or you want to?
Sort of. I haven't really got very far.
So you can go to,
That
if you
one.
go to send in a replenish inventory,
Yeah.
that should start a new one, whereas you might already have one in there.
I think I stopped part way through just
Okay,
because I wasn't sure what I was doing. So
No worries,
I
no worries.
start from the beginning.
So you might have seen, everybody, when we shared the Dimple screen, that it had a red part where it said ship from, but Leslie's put her address in there. So you have to put your address where it's shipping from. It's really important not to flag it like I did in my early days, because I put my home address in the UK when I was shipping from China. And so it ends up picking the wrong warehouse, because it's going to pick one on well, especially if you're doing it from when I was doing it in the US, when I was putting my UK address in, it just messed it all up, because what Amazon's system does is pick the nearest fulfillment center geography wise to where it's coming from. So yeah, it's fine when you're doing UK to UK, but if you're doing any kind of shipping from different countries, you got to make sure that the main thing is they don't really know where it's coming from. The main thing is just the country is correct, So all of that looks correct. You ship into the UK. So in that packing details, the individual units, in that drop-down box, you want to create a new packing template.
Did I need to highlight the item or?
No,
I don't need to worry about that.
because you've already selected the item. So if you have multiple products, you could add more products into it.
Yeah.
So you just need to name the packing template in case you ever did these again. And yeah, you got it the right size. So it's asking if it's case packed or individually packed or single SKU. So case packed is you're saying that everything in that box is the same item. The single one is when you're sending in different products. So there's going to be 20, I presume, in each box.
Yeah.
Then you've got to put the box type dimensions in here. So you don't go off by heart, I love it.
I've written down.
And then put in the box weight. So it's coming up red with 2.2 kilos.
Maybe it doesn't want. Is that okay, or should I round it up to 3?
2's fine. It's basically anything over 15 kilos needs to be labelled with heavy, because of all the workers that are suing and going off sick with back pain, basically, in summary. So
No, I'm just following the exact same process on my product as you do this. Just a quick question, for units per box, is that so for mine, because I've got 2 sets of earrings and a charm bracelet, would I put 3 there? Is that what it's asking?
it's how many you're putting in the overall box to send into Amazon. So
so my 25, my quantity of product.
Yeah.
And then we just get a box from anywhere and then whack them in.
Just get a box from anywhere, tape it up, and then you're going to stick your barcode on it.
Got you.
Obviously,
throw a box away today, so that's good.
You're used to China doing all this for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's actually quite good learning how to do it, because you start thinking then more open-minded. Like, obviously, it's a lot easier when China or someone else is doing it because it's all automated. But actually, it gets you to really understand the process when you do it yourself. So no,
just box it up then, and then put the label and just take it up the post office.
Yeah. So normally I would have UPS coming to pick it up because Amazon have their own Amazon UPS service. But this time of year, you can wait bloody ages for them to pick it up. So it's cheaper to do it that way. Because
Did you record the delivery then as well, post office?
I would do it recorded delivery, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to do it record, you just want it signed for because you want to basically have some kind of tracking in case Amazon lose it. Because at this time of year, they can lose stock.
Okay.
So you want no prep needed because you're going to do it and the seller is labeling the units. So click save. And then there's going to be one box.
Not let go to.
Oh, so then, sorry. Then click on, you've saved that prepping. Now you need to drop down on the packing details and click it. So
Sorry, where's that?
where you've got the individual units, click on that and it should be there now.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So now it'll let you, because you've basically created there a packing template of 20 boxes. So if you had like 60 to send in, you could put 3 in here now.
Got you. Yeah.
So if you ever sell any more in the future. So click 1, ready to send. Confirm and continue.
What's that bit there?
That's if you hadn't labelled and put the Amazon barcode on. So you can do it at this stage. So I've been taking it step by step. So if I was doing it, I would print the barcode down there. Because I know I can get it on the shipping label, but I'm just trying to make everyone understand that. So yeah, that's the label that goes on each of the items. Then you click confirm and continue. You look like you're going to say something there, Dimple. You look deep in thought. What are you going to say?
Yeah, no, I'm just I was trying to think logistically about how you actually print the labels. Do you just buy like paper with labels on them? And then...
If I ever do this, I go to a printer's because I cannot be fast with my printer because my printer just doesn't seem to talk to my laptop.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, mine doesn't even work.
Insane. So I've got a local printers that I know, and there's quite a few chain type printers, and you can just go there or ring them beforehand. Say, look, I'm going to email you this label. I need 20. They need to be this size label because obviously, depending on your product,
yeah,
small product like yours, you want it quite a small label. If it's a bigger product, it doesn't really matter what size it is.
How do we know, like, what size? What, like, do you just say how many inches? Can you give them inches?
Do you know what?
Sorry, on the label. Sorry, on the.
I've never even got into this detail. I just basically look at my hand and go, a couple of centimeters by 1 centimeter.
Right,
I just roughly do it.
Roughly, yeah. Okay.
Go and look at label printer size, but I'd just probably email the printer and say, look, the label needs to go on this size of a bag or this size of a box. So it just needs to be a couple of centimeters, or it could, if it's you only need to tell them the size when it's like a small item. If it's a bag like Joe showed the other day, those pink ones, standard label size is fine. Because normally on an A4 sheet, I think you can get like 24 labels. But if it's something like Dimple's got, it's quite a small product. I'm just going to shut the door because my son, I tell you, this week, all he's been doing is gaming because I've been on these lives every single night. So
we've got a free pass for 18 days, literally.
18 days of Fortnite. And all I can hear him getting in the background screaming. I'm going to hold all you guys responsible if he becomes an addict. Hold on. Well, Jacob's meant to be revising, yeah, right. So this is where you see it only costs £2.46 for Amazon partner carrier to pick it up, which is nothing. But when you go to the post office and with Royal Mail, it'll be a lot more. Now you could chance it, but I do know at this time of year they can be a little bit delayed. So what you could do is you could always go for UPS, and if they don't pick it up within the next sort of 24, 48 hours, then you do you go to the post office.
I think this time I'm just going to go straight to the post office. So
I think it's better because you're more in control, because I have literally previous years waited like a week for them to pick it up, and then you'll be so frustrated when you're so close to getting it in. You know, timing's crucial, so it will cost you a lot more than £2.46 though.
So
But-
it's Royal Mail other.
So just put other, yeah. So it's saying that it's going to the Doncaster, is it? No,
That's really annoying because I'm someone with a fulfillment centre less than half a mile away.
Everyone always says this. It's all
crazy.
it all just depends where they've got space.
Mhm.
And it, to be honest, it's not going to cost you any more, and you can't hand deliver it. You'll get arrested. I think I said on one of the other calls, I went to go to one of the fulfillment centres. I drove down the wrong thing. All this security came out. I was going down while the lorry's back in. So yeah, you can't hand deliver. It's all a very sort of slick robotic system at Amazon, and it's just wherever they have space. So
Just
yeah,
out of interest, I was thinking of using one of the carriers like DPD. Are they
yeah, you can do it.
different requirements or?
You can do. You just got to make sure that I think you have to open an account. That's all.
Yeah.
There is a platform called, oh God, I mentioned it the other day. I have got an account, but I've just not used it for ages. Oh,
Does it
damn.
matter what I choose
Drop
in this
to drop
box? If
or
I choose
something.
DPD and then decide to go with Royal Mail,
It doesn't matter, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just put
Doesn't
other, I would just put other, and then it gives you the flexibility as well.
Yeah. okay. Thank
What
you.
did someone just remember what I mentioned the other day?
It was me, Lorraine. I was saying shop to drop.
Yeah, there is that. I've heard of that.
Off like the DPD, you can drop it off at the at a place rather than having to get it picked up, because they won't come pick it up at your house. You'd have to have an account for it, but you can drop it off at drop-off points.
Yeah, I just can't remember the place that I mentioned, because what that does is you can drop it off at Royal Mail, and it uses DPD, DHL, Royal Mail, all of them, and it picks the cheapest price. I can't remember it. I'll try and dig it out.
Remember you saying something? It began with D, like
Dispatch Bay. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So have a look at that. I think it's Dispatch Bay. Have a look at that. You can open and compare basically. Then accept the charges because there isn't any. And then it will give you the labels to put, well, label, it's just one box, isn't it?
Oh no, I can follow this whole process through with my pretend product, right? Nothing's going to happen
With your,
with my pretend product that I'm going to return to M&S.
yeah.
I can follow, like I can confirm and do everything other than take it to the post office.
Yeah, you can just delete it afterwards, it's fine.
Okay.
But the thing is, you might end up keeping it. You don't need to, what I'm saying is if it's got to this far, you don't need to, that's it, Carol. Thanks, Carol, for that. You'll be fine. So it's not asking you for any hazmat or anything so far.
No, but I'm doing it with the UK product first because I prepared an image for that. I'm not doing it with the Chinese. The charm bracelets are the Chinese product. I'm not doing it with that yet. I'm doing it with the M&S product just because what you said before.
It's still jewelry though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's still
Yeah,
yeah.
true. But if it doesn't come back to me tomorrow morning asking me for anything, then I'll prepare the image for the charm bracelets now, and then I'll upload it tomorrow if they don't have an issue.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, worst case scenario is you just have to buy some more jewelry and get some more receipts. You know, if it goes through and then suddenly it comes up, that's all it's just the category. It doesn't have to be that product.
It didn't have a lock by it, which I found really strange.
Maybe it's because was there a subcategory like
It was
charm?
like women's fashion and then jewelry and then earrings or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. It might be keyword focused, like say if you put 24 karat gold or something like that, it would have flagged it up.
Yeah.
I think you might get away with it then, that's good. So then that is the final step. You just click proceed to enter tracking details.
Hold on. Don't we have to print the label?
Yeah, so print the label. You can go back in at any time, but yeah, print the label. If you click print,
Okay, so what are all the different options
it's just
then?
depending if you've got if you want to print it on an A4 sheet, or you want to print it. You've got some.
Is it bigger the better, or does it have to be A4 sized or not?
I just print it on paper and then sellotape it onto the box.
Oh, okay.
I never do it on a label, and it's always been fine. I
Okay.
put sellotape over the label, in case it gets wet. But
And can you come back and print it as many times as you want to, or once you've printed it, is that it?
no, you can come back in, but if you print it, then I know you've definitely got it and saved it. It'll
Okay.
give me peace of mind.
Yeah.
Because what it'll do now is it'll download that, or you can save it to download it, and you can just like rename it to something that because it'll be just like label or package or whatever.
Just leave it as that. I'll know what that is.
Yeah.
Right, so I've got that now. That's good.
Yeah, cool.
So that's done. And then, so when I've got the tracking number from Royal Mail or DPD, then I can come back into this shipment and enter the tracking details.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
it.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm done with this
So
now. So
if
if I go to shipping queue, will it?
I would go to proceed anyway, because I always click that as the final bit. It will take you to the tracking thing, but you can just edit it saves, that just closes it off. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you come out of that, go to shipping, you'll see that it'll be a red error saying tracking ID. Yeah.
Okay.
So you just fill that in once you've sent it off at the post office or DPD or whatever, and you put your tracking in there.
So what does that do then? Is that when you put the tracking ID in, does it like forward your shipment to the next step so that Amazon knows it's coming, or does it not do anything new?
It doesn't do anything unless it's lost. So you can keep an eye on the tracking ID of when it gets there, and then once you know it's there, it might not be straight away because they're quite busy, but you'll get a notification to say that they've received it as well.
Okay.
So if you don't, that's when you can contact them to find out.
Yeah. And you don't need to put anything in the box, like a packing note, a dispatch note, or delivery note of what's actually in the box. It's all on this label, is it?
It's all on there. So when they scan that barcode, it's telling that there's 20 items in, and they've only got to scan one of them because it's case packed.
Okay.
So yeah, there's nothing needed to put in. Everything's barcode.
Okay. So that's the end then, is it?
That's it. That is the end, and you can send it in tomorrow. Exciting! I think we've got the first.
Yeah. It's really weird seeing your listing on Amazon, knowing that it's like a photo you took on your kitchen floor a couple of hours ago. It's now up on Amazon. It's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Well, big well done. Well done. You've done your label now, and you can send it off. So I hope that helped Lisa, because I know you're in the process of doing that. Carol saying, is dish soap a restricted category? I'm thinking about dishwashing bar to add to the eco-sponsor in a bundle, not yet, maybe my next product. So liquid soap is, you see, it's, you know what, it's just, it is a little bit.
Blocks of,
It should,
yeah,
soap should be,
yeah,
but for instance, I know that Rachel's done she's done loads of bath bombs, so bath bombs should be,
yeah,
and she didn't get any questions about it.
yeah.
But when I've done stuff with oil in, that definitely flags up, and I know it's the keyword, the word oil. So I think if you had liquid soap, liquid again flags up as a keyword to them.
Okay.
So the best way is just create a basic listing, because remember, you can always delete it.
Yeah, I'll do that and just put a dish soap bar and see.
Because the problem is, when something happens and someone does something dodgy, they change all the rules. I've had things where I've been selling a product for a few years, and then suddenly I get a flag saying it's search suppressed, and I've got to provide some information, and it'll be down to someone else doing something, or there's a new rule that's changed.
Yeah, somebody eating it all. Yeah.
Yeah, so things happen. Like Sue last night doing her herb knife chopper. She was selling that, and then suddenly Amazon said that it was a knife, and she wasn't allowed. So
yeah. Okay, yeah, it just popped into my head. I'll have a look at that and see. 'Cause
Yeah.
it'd be a nice little bundle to do
It would together with it, wouldn't it?
it with, because these because I know on my other listing, compostable sponges keep kind of popping up as an add-on to my
Right.
dish brushes. You know, when you
Okay,
put
yeah.
buy this, and this. So I thought I'd be a quick win. They're not much actually to buy. Be a quick win to get another product on, I think.
Yeah, I think it would go hand in hand, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Has anything, because I noticed Audrey's ads haven't had any spend. Have yours? Or was it slow?
46 the last time I looked for the manual. So it's not a massive amount of money at all.
What I would do is increase the daily spend. So,
Okay.
So
Yeah.
increase it from, what did we put?
What, for the auto?
No, for the manual.
The manual. Okay, yeah.
Basically, you want to get that going before the weekend. So it'll be good to have. I'm just thinking of doing it now before we get to Thursday's call.
Okay, well, I can do it. So increase the daily.
Basically, what I would do if it's had less than £5 spend on it a day, or less than tenner, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then the whole strategy was put in that really, really small bid with a massive daily spend, knowing it wasn't going to get up there. So that it was going to, because I actually looked this morning for it, I couldn't see the ad. So it'll be two things. It'll either, you need to increase that spend so that that difference is huge. You know, like you got to, because remember, we're doing an advanced strategy here, you know what I mean? Quite early on.
Yeah.
Because of Dimple's influence, I'm blaming Dimple. But if that doesn't work, then you need to increase the bids, not too much, but just increase them. You basically just keep increasing anything until bang, you start getting the number. No,
well, I'm finding it on page 1, but it's down it's down more than halfway. I'm finding that
that's organically though. I saw it organically.
there's organic as well as sponsored. There were two quite close together. I saw earlier. Can't remember what I put in. I think I put eco dishwashing set. That seems to find it. And they were quite close. There was only one thing separating them. One of the products separating them. But yeah, I'll go in tonight and increase it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Now I don't feel nervous about it now because it's not massive, but I'm keeping an eye.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know how everybody else's is going, but yeah. Okay.
Right. So Ellen is saying, fill everything in, and once I get to the last page, it takes me back to the first one and says I need a product ID. So I click no product ID, then it says I need to apply for ginseng exemption. So I click it, but I just get a blank page. So did you put generic in the brand name? I think you did actually, because I think you messaged me about it.
Yes, I did.
Sorry, the exemption has been allowed, so I press list products. It makes you do the same thing over again, but never actually allows the listing. Have you got any brand names in the title?
Nope. Oh, hold on.
If you have, try taking any brand name out of the title.
Yeah, no, I've not put any brand name anywhere. I have just pressed submit. It, you know, like when the submit button comes green, it just wouldn't let me press anything. Oh, it's done. Typical, isn't it? It's like when you go to the hospital.
You know what? Everyone says I have the magical Amazon touch, but they try doing it, and then when they come on the call. So hopefully that's worked. You need generic in the brand box, and you need to click ginseng exemption.
So, you know, for example, if you were selling, let's say there's a brand called Jellycat, and do like children's toys. If you wanted to sell that and you didn't put that it was a Jellycat toy, you just put soft toy, blah blah blah, and then you sold it without any labels on it, and you just put generic, would it allow you on Amazon to do that or not?
It would short term, but long term probably wouldn't, because what they called
Jellycat
would probably submit an IP request for you to remove it.
Right. Okay.
But if you're doing something that's short term and the brand, you know, that is very unlikely to do it, it'll allow you.
Right. Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
You can also, if there are other listings, you can also sell against those. That's what I have to do over Black Friday weekend. If there's something that, you know, there's a similar product to mine and I'm not getting the sales I want on my listing, it has to be, you know, the photo's got to be exactly the same.
Yeah, I did have a look at that and I can only find one, and the listing is, you know, the other day you showed us a listing that was awful.
Yeah.
Like one bullet point. And that's the only listing I can find. So I tried to do it against that. And it, yeah, the amount of times I've tried to list it. Anyway, this one's gone
was it not allowing you to list against it?
Yeah, it just, when I was trying to press submit, the submit button wasn't highlighting. And it just kept asking me for all sorts of things that I'd already filled in.
But what I'm saying is the other person's listing,
yeah,
was it not allowing you to settle against that? Because normally you just put your price in and that's it.
Yeah, so hold on, let me go back to it. So if I just
Lisa, no worries. Lisa's got to go. We'll catch up on the temp my shipping over. Perfect. So we've got a few of you shipping products over, which is fab.
So what you're saying is go and add product, pick the listing which is already on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then just change your price, or if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't have a product ID. Yeah, it doesn't let me fill in anything else. It just gets stuck on the product identity page. It won't let me change the description, the product details, the offer, the safety.
Oh, you can't change the descriptions or any of the info. You can't change. You're just going to put your price in. It
doesn't come up with a price box. It only lets me look at the product identity page. Oh, now it's come up. It's stupid. This. I think maybe it's my computer.
What it could do is ask you for a product ID, and you can get it off the original seller's page. They'll have a product ID somewhere, so you can just copy the same as what they've put in if they put one in. But I would have thought they would have done it generic.
Yeah, no, that's worked. That has worked now.
Okay.
Maybe I've got that many tabs open on my computer that it's just having a headache.
Because if it's a listing that I thought it was, they were fulfilling themselves. So when you do Prime and you send, because basically when you do FBA, you get Prime, you smash anybody else's listing.
Yes. Yeah, I'm with you now, because it was like, let's say, a £2 postage. So you can clearly see they're posting it from home.
Yeah, and it was taking quite a few days as well.
Yes.
It didn't have the Prime badge.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I've got it now. Okay, thank you.
Cool, no worries.
My packages still haven't arrived, Anna. They've sent me an apology again for any inconvenience. So that one that should have been delivered on Saturday, the cookie cutters.
Have you contacted?
I don't know quite what to do about whether to cancel it and.
Where did you order it from?
Amazon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I said it was that thing that seemed a bit dodgy. I wasn't quite sure. Asking me saying about the delivery, there was a problem with delivery, and would I change the delivery date, which I did to Sunday, and then basically it looked like, if you looked on the tracking, it looked like it was out for delivery, and it was right near the being delivered on that sort of dot, but then there was nothing. The information that you normally get when you're sort of watching for something to come on emails and things, there was nothing at all. So I thought just seems a bit strange. Anyway, I've got another update with it to say apologies for any inconvenience. They know it's late, so I'm just waiting.
I would go back onto your orders on Amazon and send a message and complain, because they'll get it out. It's obviously someone not fulfilling it from Amazon. They're shipping out from. See you later, Kate. They're shipping out themselves. And this is what I always do. If I order anything on Amazon, I'm looking to see if it's going to be next day. I would go back onto your orders on Amazon and contact Amazon and complain.
Right. Okay. But I'll probably leave it there for the minute. But the thing is, I keep leaving it a day and leaving it a day, and it's, time's getting on. But
what I'm saying is, though, I would chase up. You want more. You want another. You don't just want an email saying sorry, it's delayed. You contact them, and the seller should contact you directly, because the seller basically only has hours to reply to you if you get a message from a customer.
Right.
If you're not doing FBA, So
I mean, I don't seem to be able to get hold of the seller's information. I've tried to. There's a where you can say contact the seller. I think I've clicked on that, and I don't think anything. I'll have to try it again. I didn't think anything was sort of coming. I thought, oh, I can't contact them directly. I don't know.
You should be able to on the orders. If you go into your Amazon account on your orders, you should be able to at least message Amazon or something.
Yeah, I can. I'll have to try and just contact them directly and get a phone call in or something.
Yeah, I would definitely chase it and not just wait. If you know what I mean. It's frustrating because, like you say, you were meant to get it on Saturday, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're going to have your book out soon because I was doing all of your keywords today for you.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks ever so much.
Absolutely love it. Really like it. It's really nice.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the cover. So let me know when that's live because I'll definitely order one for you.
Oh, thank you. I was just filling out the KDP, just registering for that, and I've filled it out as individual, and then put my national insurance number down the way you have to put the a number in.
You've just got to make sure when you fill in that tax questionnaire that it's not going to reserve 30% tax. You know, it's not, because it's, if you've done it wrong at the end, it says we're going to reserve 30% tax.
Oh, right. I don't know. I didn't notice that.
So if you've done it correctly, it says it's 0%. There's no tax. It comes up at the end of the. If you put your national insurance number, it'll be fine.
Right, because I didn't put it in as a business. You see, I did individual, and I thought, I don't know whether that was right.
Yeah, it's different for KDP. You can do it as an individual. In fact, it's a lot easier than Seller Central, as you might have noticed.
Okay, that's brilliant. Then that's good. I was a bit concerned about that because I thought, well, on the Amazon Central, I'd set it up as professional. Like, you know, that was the right thing to do there, and put my URL in, and I thought, well, if I do it this way on KDP, it's not quite matching that one, but anyway, if that's all right, that's fine.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. You're doing the books and you're doing physical products all in one for Black Friday.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. Talk about doing it all. Yeah, so I would get tougher than now and send them an ARChy message if I was you. If you can try and find how to contact them, I'll definitely try and follow them up anyway.
Yes. Thanks, Anna.
Ellen is saying, can I check after the 18 days will the Facebook group close? So the Facebook group will close, but it won't close exactly on the 18th day. There'll be a couple of days to get any info that you need. Any other questions that I've missed? So images, that's the only final thing I was going to say. I did want this to be an hour just because I've not eaten and I've also got a gaming child that needs to be removed. But if how's everyone getting on with images? Oh, hi to Lorraine as well, because you have any update with anything with you, Lorraine? Because I know obviously you've had all of your account stuff, but where are you at?
Well, I'm a VAT expert now.
You can be the VAT queen.
Okay, so two things. So I set up my own account, and the bottom line is that even though there's a fulfillment centre down the road from me, it has to go to the UK and it'll be fulfilled. So I'm still trying to find out whether we can do fulfillment from Ireland into Europe. I don't think that's likely, but hopefully I'll know that today or tomorrow. I then made a complete screw up with my brother's account. I set him up, and instead of clicking United Kingdom, I clicked United States. And I cannot disconnect from the United States. I've downgraded the account, but I'm still not able to set up a UK account. I just don't know how I did. Well, it's UK and US were right next to each other, and I clicked.
Yeah.
And what a mistake to make. So anyway, I am where I am. I'm learning and going, learning and doing, learning and doing.
Where's your brother's stuff made in Ireland?
No, it's not in Ireland. One was in Sweden and one was somewhere else. I can't think. They're not made in Ireland. So he's
Right.
paid VAT on these already. So he's brought them in, paid VAT. So I'm nowhere. I'm not even getting to put stuff up there yet, or I haven't even got any.
Have you spoken to him? Is he he's really keen to sell in the UK?
No, he couldn't care less where he sold. And his whole thing is just, sell them wherever you want to sell them. Go on the side of the street, Lorraine, if you want. And he'd be happy to see me on the side of the street. He'd beep the horn and wave at me and keep going. But that's not so. It's just he doesn't care where we sell. But at this minute in time, for my account, I am not in a position to hold in Ireland and sell all over Europe. I'm not in a position to do that.
Why? What, the Amazon account's not letting you?
Yeah. I can't understand why. They keep just saying no, that's not allowed. I mean, AI are answering the question. They're not even. So I've discovered that it's one question, simple one-line question.
Yeah.
Every time you send a response. So I'd like to see
when you spoke to Hello Tax, what did they say that you can sell in Europe?
So Hello Tax said that no matter where you are in Europe and no matter what you do, you absolutely have to have a VAT registration in every country that you hold the stock in.
Yeah.
My whole thing was I got onto the accountant and the accountant saying there's a new thing called OSS.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah.
Okay? And one-stop shop is great. So if you're in Ireland, you should be able to sell anywhere around the world. Okay, well, Europe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't hold the stock in Ireland. So they'd send it to Germany or they'd send it to wherever. And in which case you need a VAT number.
VAT number, yeah.
Exactly.
So they used to do it a different way, wherever it was always wherever you held the stock. That's always been the case. Wherever you hold the stock, whether it's Amazon or off Amazon, there's a tax liability.
Yes.
But they used to do it because obviously when the UK was part of Europe, I could send it to the UK and then they would, like the OSS, but OSS is a new thing, so it's Brexit. They would allow you to keep your stock in the UK and then they would send it to the different countries. It might be more shipping to like Italy because it's a little bit further than Spain or France, whatever. But it was, I can't remember, it was called Pan-European, that was.
Yeah. So what I'm going to try and do is go through Amazon. The VAT, they set up and register the VAT for you in the UK. It's, they've got an offer on at the moment. I think the quickest and easiest way to do it is do that. Rather than go through Hello Tax, get it up and running and just get moving on this, because I just want to, the product is wintry. So, I've got up until March really to sell the product. So I'm okay
you could do that with your account. And then what you could do with your brother's account is all it is going through the US, open the UK account again.
We only set up his account because mine was being stopped. We only need one account, so
okay.
He was registered for VAT in Ireland. I wasn't.
Right. Okay, I get it. Because obviously you thought, right, he's registered for VAT, I'll learn it through him. But now that he's only registered for Ireland, then you may as well do it for you. And you can also register his brand and he could give you a letter of authorization to say that you're allowed to sell his brand.
That's it.
Yeah. I think the easiest way is to go through Amazon's VAT services because they're quite good, and at least then you're going through them and there won't be any headache.
So, but before I do that, I have to register for VAT in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yes, and and my accountant has said that'll take 2 to 3 weeks. So I've started that process, but I'm going to start the Amazon process as well. And hopefully the two will collide at the same time, hopefully.
Because the only thing I'm thinking is, couldn't you have just had like set up a UK company and then just have? Because I've had it where I've worked with people that have been like from the Caribbean, South Africa, and they've opened a UK company.
Okay, so how would I have done that?
And then they pay for a UK VAT. Because it seems a bit silly, you're going to be paying for the Ireland VAT and UK VAT.
So how would I have done that? How do you set up a company in the UK? Is it through Amazon?
No, it's
Okay.
if
Maybe
you
you let me know this afterwards. So,
yeah, I'll send you a message afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, because I don't want to take up
But
any.
also, who was it? An Irish accountant that told you about the setting up the UK, to get in VAT in Ireland?
No, yes, it was an Irish accountant. He just said, I think you need to be. So I'll go back to Amazon and see, can I just set up my VAT for the UK and get going?
Yeah, or even just say to your Irish, was it your brother's account? Like, is it someone?
No, my own accountant.
I would just say to them, can't I set up a UK company?
Okay.
Because I'll send you some information on it afterwards. Because he might say, because obviously I'm not an accountant, I've got to say that. So I might be putting a spanner in the works. I don't want to do that. But I have had it with other people who have been living in different countries where they have to choose between US and UK. And they've either set up a corporation, an LLC in the US, or a company in the UK. In fact, usually they go for the US because they haven't got that, basically. It just might be just worth checking. But what I'm saying is your Irish accountant would know what is best for you in your position. So there might be something else that you need to consider. So I don't want you to go off and set up a UK company and then there's something that they say, oh, but you're based in Ireland and I'm doing it thinking, you know what I mean? I don't want to I just ask that question though. No worries, Dimple. See you later. Keep us posted with jewellery. Oh, she's gone. Oh no, she's there. Keep us posted with if you get them off all right.
Super girls, thanks a million.
Yeah, I'll send you some info anyway afterwards. But
that'd be great.
I definitely, it's one of those things where it's a tax advisor. I know information, but it's a tax advisor that has got the right info for your geography. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all I want to do. All right.
No worries.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Is there any other questions? Oh, so Carol's saying, yeah, just increase it to 200. Obviously, keep your eye on it because you don't want it to obviously hit 200. But what we're doing is we're like giving it an electric shock to start, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Lisa as well. I don't know if Lisa, you want to share your screen and then we'll finish on that and then we will go. More of a quick look.
I've got to go. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.
This seems very complicated.
Let's have a look.
My brain power is just not at full capacity. That definitely isn't.
Right.
So I've just been filling this out based on this example that it gives in this tab, which I am assuming would be this example because, to go back a bit, I'm looking to add a parent with one variation, which is just.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
Here, okay.
Have you got the item SKU for the variations? I don't think you'll have the SKUs, will you? Because you don't have to put everything in every box as well.
I do have the SKU because my listing is on there at the minute. I do have the SKU. I have it, and that's the SKU there.
But you just haven't got the SKU for the others, though, have you?
I don't know. So, but based on that example, I just added in that one was gold, one was silver, and one was red.
How have you done that?
I just copied the SKU and then just added in.
It's going to be a different SKU, though.
Oh, is it? See, in the example here, it just says for the SKU. This is the parent one here. Okay. No, sorry. This is the parent one.
Actually, it's worth a go. It's worth a go. So go back to that other one, because there may be some, you don't have to fill in absolutely everything. What you want is the Ginton exemption. So where the product ID box,
Yeah.
go in there. It should come up with a drop down.
No, it doesn't, but that is one of the this one does.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you put in that
Ginton.
yeah, and then just try it. I just want to see if you put Ginton in all the boxes, and then trying to think if it will allow you to
It's
put
not letting me. See, for some reason, it's not letting me access the other drop-down box, because it's the same over here. In the example, it says to put in child, and I know child is in the options here, but it won't let me select them.
It's because you've got to put in these red boxes, because there's some. So next to product ID type, you put in product ID and just see if it'll let you put in 0 or exemption.
Oh, my dog's only barking out or something. Yeah, it would let me put in a 0.
Yeah.
So. Sorry, I'm chasing my husband.
What I would do is create a case with Amazon. So if you come off that and go to Seller Central, go back to your Seller Central. You've stopped sharing now, but
sorry.
Don't worry. I would just create a case with them and say, I'm trying to do a product template upload for a variation for colour for 3 other children on the current listing that I've got. Please, could you let me know what I need to put into? It's all Ginton exemption. Could you let me know what I need to put into the relevant boxes, or what information you need to allow these variations to be uploaded as a Ginton exemption?
I think even if I had known that, even now I'm thinking back to when I was creating the listing, because maybe it would have let me put in Ginton and put in 0 when I was trying to add the variations in the first place. So if it would let me do that, it might be better that I delete this listing completely and start it again and try that.
So you got a few options. You could delete it, try it again, try and go for Ginton and put 0.
Yeah.
Or you could then contact them and tell them you're doing a product template. Because when you do a product template, if it's just for one task like Ginton exemption, there's not many things. You don't have to fill in all of these boxes. They'll probably say, put the SKU in and put this in, and that's it. It might just be the SKU and the colour variations with something in that Ginton, because you might not have to put anything in that Ginton exemption box, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You need to know, because otherwise what could happen is they'll then say you filled it in wrong.
Yeah.
You want to make sure what requirements they need for that Ginton exemption. The final option is to create 3 separate products. It's for Christmas. you may just go for that option. Those are your options. Try and maybe delete it and create it again and put 0 in that Ginton exemption. Before you
I'll do that. I was going to do that earlier on today, but it says it might take 24 hours then before you can create another one. So I thought I'll just wait till tonight and ask you. But even if it takes that, I'm still working on images and stuff anyway. So
all you're going to do is make sure your title's different. So whatever you title, make it different.
Right. Okay, I'll do that, and then if it all doesn't work out, I'll just do 3 separate. Okay.
No worries.
Thank you.
Cool. I feel absolutely shattered. It's like run up to Black Friday myself, but I'm really impressed with how everyone's getting on. So I'm super excited to be seeing all these products live over the weekend, because it looks like some of you are going to make it. Some of you might miss out, but keep on going, and just keep following the steps, because remember, we have got 4.5 weeks of Christmas, and Black Friday really is the kickoff for Christmas shopping. It's like the start. So it's not the end if you miss it. Does that make sense? So I know, Joe, you're saying you're having similar product problems. Yeah, see if it allows you to put 0 in the Jintin exemption box. So there's a product template, which we just went through on this course. I don't know if you were here when we started the product template. So when you've got multiple products, you upload by doing a product. This product template. Maybe Lisa could give you a few pointers. Actually, maybe if you and Lisa just connected, because I think you've got a similar thing going on. But I think you, Joe, want to push with it because it's something you want to do all year round. Whereas Lisa's is a Christmas product, so she's not too fussed. So basically, in summary, there's a template, which is a spreadsheet that you can submit. But first, I would try putting Jintin and 0 in that box. And in fact, if you and Lisa connected and maybe jumped on a call or WhatsApp call or something like that, you could test it with Joanna's before Lisa deletes her listing, if that makes sense. So it's making you do it by upload rather than the normal way to do a listing. But you want to also check with Amazon which boxes you need to fill in, because from my experience of uploading these templates, sometimes they reject it and say you've not completed the right boxes for that particular category. So it's better to ask them first what you need to fill in.
Yeah, that's no problem.
But I was just thinking, yeah, you could test what you were thinking of doing, of redoing your listing with the 0 on Joe's, and if that doesn't work, then that you just keep yours as it is, and then you could also show Joe where to get the product template, if that makes sense. You can sort of help each other out, really.
Yeah, no problem.
And the replay will be probably up in an hour or two. It takes a bit of time for it to come to me from Zoom. Yeah, we've just gone through it, how to do it. So it will be on the replay, or Lisa and Say will help you.
Great. I hope I can get it sorted, because I've got everything sorted, but I can't get the damn listing done.
Yeah.
So it's really frustrating. I'm exhausted. Well, it's been horrible. So I was about 5 or 6 hours today trying to do it and just screwing around.
I was saying at the beginning, variation listings are a pain in the ass, I've got to say.
Yeah, it was horrible. And it asks me for specific values for boxes, and I don't even know. It's asking me for a color map and size map value. Well, and then
so the color map and the size map value is if you had purple. Yeah. You want to put, when you do, because you're doing double variations because you got size going on and you got color, which to do this in an 18-day challenge, I told you to make one product, girl. You probably got about 18 with all the different. How many products have you got?
I think I have. Yeah, I think I have.
Different sizes.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if I could just get one up completely by Friday, it would be,
Yeah, well, that can easily happen. But of course, if you want to sell these like continuously, it'd be better to have it as a variation listing. You can do the product template upload at any stage afterwards, because you can make a single item into a variation listing.
Yeah.
Lisa will show you how to get the template. In that size map and the color map, they're basically wanting small, medium, or large, or
are they?
red, yellow, blue in those bits.
It's weird because they've asked me for specific size and I've selected, because it's baby clothes, there's 0 to 3 months and 3 to 6 months, and I've selected those sizes, and then it rejects its own sizes. It doesn't let me carry on. Says it's an error, even though it's from their own drop-down list.
Yeah, that's why variations are better off being done on a product template upload. It's right, like you're basically feeding the info into the system. This is advanced stuff, though. So you guys, I'm proper impressed because you're pushing me to advanced level in this 18 days. I wasn't expecting it. So, yeah, Lisa will show you the template. Worst case scenario, just get one.
Get one up.
Yeah, and then you can do the variation after. because you
Yeah.
can do the product template any stage.
Yeah, because I've got all the photos, I've got everything ready. It's been so frustrating. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know you're exhausted and you haven't eaten. And
Yeah, don't worry.
Lisa, is there only one Lisa? Is there two Lisas in the
There is
group?
two
One.
Lisas, actually.
Me, yeah.
Which Lisa? Please stand up.
Yeah, which Lisa are you?
Hey, I'll put my camera on.
What's your surname, Lisa?
Bradley. Me.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Yeah, you can help each other out. You can help
I'll
each other out.
message you in the group, okay, Lisa?
Yeah, message each other in the group because
Yeah.
Lisa knows where to get the template, and yeah,
Okay.
you could test what we were just doing, the zero. But for both of you, if you do want to do the product template, create a case, put it under product listing error, and ask Amazon, say you're putting a product template in because, be really clear and simple and don't waffle, and just say, I am creating a variation listing that is into an exemption and trying to do this by a product template. Can you explain which cells you need to correct this or to update this listing? And leave it as that. If you get a blanket response, reply in capitals because it sends it to a human. No, it works. It sends it to a human because it's basically telling the robot that you're shouting.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
good to know.
There you go.
Good to know.
Little tip there. Cool.
Okay.
All right, then. I will see you tomorrow. Well done, everyone.
Thank you, Anna.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Lisa.
Bye.
Bye.